Well, good morning or good evening, Grants Church. I was hoping that we wouldn't have to do this again this week, but based on the governor's orders, we are still under lockdown, at least in Cibola County, maybe for the next couple weeks. And so, but we can just be praying that this virus is brought down and brought low, and that we can soon meet back together again. So over the last few weeks, we have been in the book of Exodus, and what we have seen in the book of Exodus is that God's care and concern for his people is evident. He cares about his people, he remembers his promises, he's going to act and set them free from slavery. And so then what we see is this rise of an unlikely hero, a guy by the name of Moses. And Moses tries to set his people free, he fails, and he sees himself as a failure. He runs away, but God brings him back. So Moses comes back, and he begins to try to set the people free, and his first effort results in things getting worse. Remember that? He tried to approach Pharaoh, and Pharaoh made things harder on his fellow Israelites. His fellow Israelites got mad at him, and Moses in turn gets mad at God, and God responds with his "I will." I will set you free. I will honor my promises. I will bring you to the place where I promised you would go. But today we're going to look at the actual Exodus. And I want to ask the question at the beginning of this story, because many of us are probably familiar with this story. It's one of the most easy to remember stories in the Bible, and I think we'll realize why here in just a minute. But today I've always asked the question, why does God spring Israel from slavery in the way that he chooses to spring them from slavery? Why does he choose to use all of these plagues to get rid of, or to lead the people out of Egypt? And so at this point in the story, we need to read the story. So I have included in this playlist a video from another children's ministry that summarizes the story of the 10 plagues. So if you're watching this with your kids, this would be perfect for them. Just keep watching. Just move through the playlist. If you're an adult watching this, you can pause it right now and you can read Exodus chapters 7 through 12, and you can just read the story that way. But either way, make sure that you read or watch the story, and then we will address the why question.